So when it comes to shoulder checks, basically the way to think of them, they're just a double check. So it's not that you're literally looking at your shoulder. What you're doing is there's an area, two areas in the car. They're both going to be in the rear, slightly to the side of the car, where it's hard to see from your mirrors. If I was going to turn into this driveway down here, I would just look out the right rear window, just like that. There I got a pedestrian, so I just drift across the center line a little bit. So this truck is turning left, but I'm thinking he has to yield to those pedestrians, but those pedestrians are paying attention, and they just did what was for the greater good. They're like, yep, go ahead, turn in front of me. Basically what you're thinking when you're doing the shoulder check or the double check, it's to whatever side you're going to, because that's the side where you could hurt somebody. So if for some reason I was going to turn right here onto the golf course, I wouldn't be worried about what's on my left shoulder. This cyclist is on a bit of a blind crest going into a curve. So this would be hard for me to deal with if I was up on them in the curve. So in a case like that, I'd be thinking I'm just going to stay back a bit just till I have a little more room to work with. Now if I had that cyclist there and I had another car approaching the other way, I would just slow down that much more. First off, most people are going to be looking around like this as they're going backwards. There's like nothing, there's literally like not a whole lot of things more dangerous to do in a parking lot than that. So you think about it, you're driving almost a quarter-ton vehicle that weighs a quarter of a ton, and you're driving it backwards. That's like driving forwards but looking backwards, you know what I mean? So here, this is what I was saying before. There's no bike lane along here. So all I did, I can't go across the double line, so I just went by the cyclist a little bit slower. A lot of times motorcycles are gonna ride with their high beams on. Some of them will even put relays to their headlights that will make them flash. And that just makes them easier to see.